So, welcome to the Raedwald Trust videos on performance management and professional development process. This is the second video, which is all about professional development modules and how to use them. So, to become the best me that you can be starts with taking responsibility to develop yourself. And to do that well, you need to understand the knowledge and skills and experience that you have that works well, and to know the areas that you want to develop and that you have gaps in. In the previous video, we'll have learnt about the RAG reviews and target setting process. And this is the first step to understanding your strengths and the gaps for you to fill. Well, this video will look at how you can use the professional development modules as the first step for filling those gaps in knowledge, skills, or experience. So on your Staff Hub, you will find details of the professional development modules that are relevant to you and your role. There'll be a list of modules there, and in the RAG rate document that you completed last time, you will have identified some target areas to focus on. These will have been areas that you identified as red or amber. And in the last video, we had someone who was a person who identified the target section and some specific targets. In this video, we're going to look at a different person. We're going to look at a consultant teacher example, and they have identified targets in Teaching Standards 2 to improve on. They've identified they need to make a better use of data to improve on pupil progress. The teacher in the example we're looking at today has chosen areas from section 2. They want to improve their use of data. So here listed are your modules, so they go into Consultant Teacher 2, open up that document, and across the top of the document will be the title and the descriptors, and this particular teacher has looked at how they want to improve pupil attainment, progress and outcomes and their use of data. So the descriptors at the top, and then down beneath you'll find a range of professional learning responsibilities that you can take up. DFE documents that are listed here, research documents and other online reading. Now, because we're looking at how you use data, scan through and find any relevant links. So this one here has Progress Measures 2020 and Beyond, how to use it. So you click on the link and it will bring up the particular article. You can read through that article, any relevant bits, copy, paste, save for yourself, maybe print the document off, highlight key bits, whichever works best for you. You'll notice also, if we go back to the document in question here, you can scroll down and there are also some videos and books that you can look at. And so here is the Education Endowment Fund Assessing and Monitoring Pupil Progress. You could click on that link and again that will open up the link for you to find the particular article. Again, you can scroll down, read, copy, and in this particular case it's a video, so you can play the video online, make notes for yourself and record any particular learning that you are after. As you scan down through the document, the modules, you'll notice there are some in-school actions. These are suggested activities for you to put the learning into action. You may have other ideas too, and these activities are not mandatory. They're just a guide for you to demonstrate you've developed this aspect of the national standards and something that will impact positively on the school and pupils. So if we look down through some of the activities here, you'll notice there's one on pupil progress. Lead a pupil progress discussion, for example. You've got some lead meetings around that as well. Down here, use your pupil progress meetings to set ambitious targets for all pupils. And it gives you some ideas as to what you can try. So the list here covers all modules, but look down through for the particular aspects that you're trying to work on. One of the benefits of the modules we've created is that they all build upon each other. So in the example we've seen today for the consultant teacher, if you still feel you've got gaps in your learning, you can have a look on your hub at other modules as well. You won't necessarily be able to access them to edit and add things to, but you'll be able to view and click on the links. And so as a consultant teacher, if you feel I've still got gaps, you could go back to the earlier teacher standards, have a look at the modules that are there, see what links there are, what articles, and that might be able to infill some of the gaps you still feel you've got for your learning. The same can be for any role. If you're a head teacher or head of school and you think, actually there's some pedagogy gaps here, some curriculum gaps here, go back to the teacher standards, have a look at their units and follow up some of the modules and links that are there for you to use. As we said earlier on in the video, being the best me that we can be means taking personal responsibility for your own learning and your own development. So as you read the articles for the links that we've placed on the modules, it's really important that you weigh two things up. Firstly, what new things am I learning today? And secondly, how does it apply to my role? So when you've reviewed the documents, you might find it useful maybe to copy to something online, highlight it on your screen, pull out key points that you think are applicable to you. For those of you who like perhaps something printed, you may want to print it and highlight it physically, make notes on it, just so you're really clear, how does this document apply to my context? You'll also find it really helpful to journal this in a notebook or on a Word document on your computer, depending how you like to work best. It then becomes a reference guide for you, somewhere for you to turn to when you have your final reviews at the end of the year so you can show what you've learnt. You might also find it useful to make a note on the end of your RAG document on any new things you've learned, either from the experiences that you've put in place or from your reading that you've found in your particular research. This will help you for your midpoint reviews and your endpoint reviews. So we hope you found this video useful just to see how you can use the professional development modules. Remember, all of it are just recommendations. They're starting points to get you to base camp. You may discover other pieces of reading, other research, other activities that you want to do, and that's fine. In fact, if you do, it'd be great if you could share it back with us so that we can work these into modules for other people as well. In our next video, we'll be looking at how performance reviews will work for your pay reviews and how the work that you've done using these modules in developing yourself in your RAG rating can be used for that.